Welcome to Nigeria Reality TV, where we give you more information regarding the UAAG disbursement. If you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that when next we post, you won't miss our next update. Thank you very much.
It's the 24th of April 2026, and we have on the platform the National PRO of the GCDM responding to Bishop Angela's view note in the morning from Calabar, and he had actually dropped a lot of things in regards to this and some expositions that we are not privy to concerning the speech and also their involvement in recent times. So just pay attention to this for educative purposes, as the case may be. I was saying that the voice sounded like that of Bishop Angela when I was trying to introduce her in the morning, though she didn't call her name, but I discovered that exactly she is the one. Yes, she's been in this ecosystem for long during the time of SEM. Yes, I remember I've talked with her then yes, through Benson. Benson was the coordinator then. Anyway, pay attention to this. Thank you very much. The National PRO, your time now.
Mr. President, good afternoon, sir. The patron of this honorable platform, the National Secretary, Dr. Deyeye, and every national officer of this honorable platform. Many people have come to my DM or call me advising me not to be involved in any sort of argument or exchange of words. Even this morning, a lady called from Canada, from the diaspora, and said, don't get yourself involved in all this by virtue of your position. And I said, that's fine. But right now, I'm really pissed off because of this voice note. I didn't listen to it until I said, let me pay attention when I heard some comments from somewhere. The lady speaking in this voice note of 9 minutes 43 seconds is speaking from Calabar, Cross River State. Her name is Bishop Ambassador Dr. Angela Stephen Akwaibu from Yala local government of Cross River State. She owns a church in Calabar. My first encounter with her was on the 6th of February this year. My name is Dr. Annie Freeman. I'm the National PRO of GCDM. So she came to my DM, and she came like a bulldozer. She came with the shoulders high. She came with all the force. And I was like, who is this? I tried to address her. I said, Madam. He said, don't call me Madam. I've told you that my name is Bishop. I tried to use another name. He said, maybe Mommy. I was confused that afternoon. She bombarded me from everywhere. I said, okay, who are you speaking with? Who do you want to talk to? He said, that's not the matter. I didn't come to, I'm this. This woman here, this bishop with so many names and titles, is an agent of Professor Greg. It must have been Professor Greg Professor Greg was the zonal chairman then for South. And he must have been the one that gave her my contacts. And when she came, she wanted to blow me off my seat. And by virtue of my position, I'm not a baby. I'm a consultant that have met so many people. So I had to put her where she belongs. And it was an issue. He wanted to be this, he wanted to be that. So finally, I told her, we already have an administrator for Cross River State. If you don't mind, I'll make you the deputy. She accepted. So I added her to platforms. South platform, whatever platform that I knew was relevant, I added her and made her deputy in Cross River State. And we started work. Somewhere along the line, there were exchanges on the platform and all of that. And then the person that was supposed that needed to be the administrator for Cross River State came up to me and said this and that. I wanted to, there would have been an issue, but I handled the matter very well. And I promised the person that I'm going to give him a position at the zonal level. And one day I woke up and I saw that this Bishop Bishop Angela had gone to create a platform without my knowledge. I said, how could you do that? He said this. I said, you are causing trouble. Can you calm down? From that moment, she was not happy with certain things. And so she went behind me to take the position I wanted to give to someone in Cross River State as a compensation for being the state administrator. I wanted to give that man, the vice chairmanship position in the South. This Bishop Angela went behind me, connived with Professor Greg and took that position of the vice chairman for South. I didn't know. And for 1 week or so, the phone number of Professor Greg did not go. He didn't communicate with anyone. So there were confusion somewhere. When the man that was responsible to be in that position got back to Professor Greg, the man said, he had already given that position to a lady without my knowledge. I said, okay. And that was it. And so when these rebels came up to say they suspend Reverend Moses and all of that, this woman decided to work with Greg and started abusing Reverend Moses. When it was reported to me, I was not happy. You don't abuse my principal. So I decided to remove her in all the platforms that I knew. And he got back to me. I said, that's the position. I cannot change it. So he parlayed with, Professor Greg to fight GCDM, to fight Reverend Moses. And I was not happy with that. So over time, we have been exchanging maybe chat, maybe, we've been in touch with each other. At the point in time, he said he has resigned. He wants to go back home and face his own wahala and stuff like that, and face his own ministry and stuff like that. That's good. Go. But I'm surprised that she came up today with this voice note. She did not introduce herself. She did not tell us who she is. Her name is Bishop Ambassador Dr. Angela. I tried to call her Madam. He said, don't call me Madam. I'm a bishop. I've not met her before. The Thanksgiving we did that time when things were okay and the prayers were done in his church because she wanted to dominate everywhere and everything. But when she now started to align with Professor Greg and join that camp, I had to remove her from everywhere. I'm surprised that she's coming up today to say this to the grant community. I feel so disappointed. I don't know who offered her a platform for her to stand and release these things to the grant community. So I want everybody to disregard. We have said it, leave Reverend Moses alone. Leave us alone. If you are so powerful like you have said, go and form your own group. How could you be in grant community since 2015 and had all the connections, and yet people were going through what they were going through in the past 10 years, and you were there? And this last year, 2025, God moved Reverend Moses, to turn things around in grant community. The surfacing of Reverend Moses mark a turning point in the grant community so that we can expect to get what we were here in for. To push out the grants. And you are coming to say that, what are you saying? That the protest did not make any effect, that the money will come. Where are you coming from? Why can't you go and face your ministry? We had concluded on this matter between you and I. Since then, since I had a dealing with you where the grant is concerned, I've not mentioned you anywhere. I've not mentioned you to anybody. I have not said anything about you. How do you come in to do this when you know that I am here? How could you? You have all the power, you have all the influence, and people were in the dark. There was gloom in grant community until Reverend Moses came. And you now have the guts to come and fight Reverend Moses. Madam, can you go and find your place? Madam, can you go and work with Reverend Greg? Madam, can you leave Reverend Moses alone? This is a man, Reverend Moses, that has been anointed. There's nothing he comes out to speak that does not come to pass. The kind of government, like I said yesterday, is theocratic. Reverend Moses is running a kind of theocratic system of government where he hears direct from God and implements it. You cannot contest with that. You cannot contest with grace. It's not about you or I coming to suggest this and that, for him. I want the world to hear this. I want Grand Ecosystem to know this. He goes to bed with GCDM in mind. He wakes up with GCDM in mind. The wisdom that is taught in this man is not comparable. He woke up and said tweeting. We tweeted the first time. The next time he said tweeting, we tweeted to the international community. In fact, we started with a Black Sunday, even though we played down on it. Everything that he has instructed us to do in Grant community, we see the results. He stood up one morning and said, press conference next week Saturday, and we did it successfully. He came up with prayers and fasting, and then went to sow the seed, and God answered those prayers. That was where the enemy now attacked and want to remove him at the 11th hour, threw him away and took the position. I stood my ground for him, and I'm still going to stand till tomorrow. Madam, you are coming to vomit this kind of rubbish into the Grant community, and you could not introduce yourself. If you knew what you were, why didn't you introduce yourself? I'm telling the Grant community, your name is Bishop Ambassador Dr. Angela. I tried to call you, madam. You said no, you don't want to hear that your name is Bishop. How can I accommodate that? Reverend Moses said protest. In fact, the other day during the Easter weekend, he said we should occupy, the compound, the premises of these top government functionaries. People came up to say all manner of things, and yet they put a group of people proved to us that instruction was proper, and they got some results. We said protest. We did not. If we decide to block any way, we can do it. But because we are law-abiding citizens, we say peaceful protest. Deliver our letters to everywhere, all government offices, media houses, at Sorrow, wherever our letters have gone to all those places. All security agencies in this country know about what we are doing. They are guarding us. They are supporting us. They are going with us. And you are coming out to say this? Reverend Moses is not God, but God has used him in the Grant community to bring us to where we are right now. God has used him and his team to bring the Grant community to where we are going in the very near future. And now, because you know that the food is ready, the thing has been cooked and it's ready to be the dish out, and you are coming out to make a voice note in the Grant community. From where do you come from? Where do you come from? We are going on a 5 million personnel march to Aso Rock. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. That's what I told someone. One man came out and to speak grammar. I told the Grant committee that man had expired. That man had expired. If he's looking for relevance and wants to ride on the shoulder or the glory of Reverend Moses, he would not succeed. That protest will take place. Protest has taken place. We did not want to take it to the next level because we respect, we love our nation. What we need, in fact, we did not even need protest. What we need is the disbursement of that money to every Nigerian, every person that subscribed. Yes. So this 5 million march, solidarity march for the president, we're going to do it. And there's nothing anybody can do about that. When Reverend Moses speaks, we follow him, we believe, we walk towards that. And God gives us the answers. God gives us the way. So from where do you come to say this? Madam, go and find your place in the ministry. If I see you on any platform, I'm still going to remove you. Go and form your own platform. You have been long enough. In fact, you should be one of the generals in the Grant community. Let the generals go and find and create that platform, gather their own people, and fight for the release of this money. All we want is the release of the money. Go and form your own group. Leave Reverend Moses alone. Leave GCDM alone. Why this? I think I should end it here. I didn't want to talk, but the seats pushed me to talk. I've been silent about your matter, and then you bring it to the public. That is why I'm coming out. My name is Dr. Annie Freeman. I'm the National PRO of Grant Community Decide Movement. Thank you, everyone.